Hi partners, present Diego Gabriel. Train for imaging soon, train for imaging soon, train for imaging soon. Filosofai, train for imaging soon, train for imaging soon. I am Diego Gabriel. Since my era of children, I love the culture on information technology. Train for imaging soon, train for imaging soon. The internet and the information technology for new era of connection human. Train for imaging soon, train for imaging soon, train for imaging soon, train for imaging soon, train for imaging soon. Filosofai. Train for imaging soon, train for imaging soon, train for imaging soon. I am Diego Gabriel and I am one philosopher. I am one copywriter. I from Brazil. And sorry partners, my English is not perfect. I from Brazil. I have diabetes. The politic is advanced on war and others mails. The art on war and return for marketing. Train for imaging soon. 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 Filosofai. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Filosofai. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Filosofai. I am Diego Gabriel and I am one philosopher and I am one copywriter. I am one professional on marketing digital of vision social and vision for education. Train for imaging soon. 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 Filosofai. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Filosofai. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Filosofai. Train for imaging soon. Filosofai. Train for imaging soon. For a world better, more justiça social. Filosofai. Train for imaging voice. Train for imaging voice. Train for imaging soon. 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 Filosofai. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Filosofai. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Filosofai. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Filosofai. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Filosofai. I am Diego Gabriel. I like of journalism, philosophy, and information technology. The culture of service on copywriter for marketing digital and culture of information technology. Philosophy and marketing digital. Philosophy and marketing digital. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Philosophy. Techniques for marketing and innovation. 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 Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Philosophy. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Philosophy. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. Philosophy. Train for imaging soon. Train for imaging soon. I like of philosophy, journalism, and race of cars. I like of Formula 1. Train for imaging soon. Philosophy. Philosophy for world better, more education, and more justice social. The era of information technology. The era of marketing digital for news connections humans. Projects and programs for news connections and news projects for programs, professionals, and marketing digital. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging voice. Train for imaging voice. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Philosophy. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Philosophy. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. The culture on market digital for programs and products of innovation. The culture on market digital for programs and products of impact. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Philosophy. I am J. Gabriel. I like of journalism, information technology, and Formula One. Train for imaging sound. 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 Philosophy. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. One reflection and service on copywriter for philosophy and the sport of Formula One. Formula One. Race of cars. For me, Ayrton Senna on Brazil and driver Michael Schumacher, German, are two grand legends on sport. Philosophy. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Philosophy and Formula One. Philosophy and Formula One. I am J. Gabriel and I like of philosophy, journalism, and Formula One. I am J. Gabriel and I like of journalism and Formula One. My dream, personal and sport and race of cars was one grand race between Ayrton Senna and Michael Schumacher, two grand legends on sport. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Philosophy. Train for imaging sound. I am J. Gabriel. I am one philosopher and I am one technologist. I am one copywriter. I am one professional on marketing digital of vision social and vision for education. Techniques for marketing and innovation. The culture on marketing digital for programs and products of impact. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Philosophy. Techniques for marketing and innovation. Techniques for marketing and innovation. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Philosophy. The grand legacy on a spirit of sport. One word of more justice social. Philosophy. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. I am J. Gabriel and I like of philosophy, journalism, Formula One, and information technology. I like of journalism and Formula One. I like of philosophy. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. The politic is advanced on war and other mails. The art on war and return for marketing. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Philosophy. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Train for imaging sound. Traine for imaging sound. Filosofai, filosofai, filosofai. Traine for imaging sound. 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 Traine for imaging sound.